So before we get started into this next episode, you're going to notice this doesn't flow with the last episode, but that's kind of how the projects work in real time. I can't finish something if the weather's not allowing it. Those taillights was a great example. That took me 2 months to complete time-wise, but the reality was that was only about a 2 or 3 day project, but it took me over almost 2 months from start to finish to get it done. These floors are going to be the same way. Yesterday, I started working on some other unrelated projects, which one of them did turn out to be related, which was the ventilation fan, because when I stepped in that bus, even though it wasn't that hot outside, it was pretty warm and just stale inside the bus. So there's no way I'm going to want to work on that floor in those conditions. So we kind of switched over to the vent fan rather than the floor. My goal in documenting all of this is to kind of show the reality of the process, not necessarily how to, although I do try to explain what I'm doing just to give some ideas, possibly. As I've said before, I am by no means an expert. I have a little bit of knowledge. Some might argue enough to be dangerous, but I'm not a licensed The only thing I've got a license to do is run my mouth, and even that's been expired. I've definitely made no claims to be efficient. In fact, I'm about as efficient as a two-peckered billy goat. It's just how it is. I'll readily admit I'm a little surprised at the amount of interest in this project. I've had several delivery trucks come through, and almost every one of those drivers has had to have a tour of the bus once they realized what was going on. And lastly, you may have noticed the logos on my shirts and stuff. I'm a creature of habit. I've been wearing uniforms almost my entire life. This is just kind of an extension of that for two reasons. One, I like to just have a set of clothes that if I destroy them, it's no big deal. So that's why I have this wardrobe now for the channel. And two, the wife's hobby is sublimation, so it kind of ties into both. She can build these things, I can destroy them. She gets to do what she likes to do, and I get to be comfortable in knowing that if I destroy this this shirt or these pants, it's purpose built. So that's enough of my soapbox for today. Let's get into what we're doing.
Well, guys, I kind of slacking. This was going to be a very minor repair, so I didn't think it was worthy of filming, but it's turning into a lot more. So what we got going on was, I was trying to open up this door here for the air conditioning condenser, because I keep going back and forth if whether I'm going to leave the road air in it or not. But either way, there's a little door that goes right here, which is right here. And my problem was that lock was missing, so I couldn't open it. and so I had to practice my lock picking skills, even though there was no lock. Anyhow, I got the door off, and it's turning into quite a significant repair. So I'm gonna go ahead and start filming now, and we'll see if this makes the cut or not. This apparently got destroyed, so they cut this cheesy aluminum repair panel thing, which I think went something like that. But there's just not much to mount this lock to. At least it doesn't feel very sturdy to me. So we're going to try and rebuild the fiberglass casing. And again, that piece of fiberglass for the taillights is coming in handy. So I think we're going to just use some of this and then fiberglass over it. How the hell did I miss it by that much? Damn. I don't know, but we did. Well, guys, it's day 2 of what should have been a 10-minute project. You know, we're trying to fix this fuel door here. It's actually an access door, so you can pull the release lever to get to the air conditioning thing. And what we got going isn't super pretty, but it's actually pretty strong. So I did set up the fiberglass through here. Had to kind of massage the locking mechanism in and replace the this thing, the doohickey thingamajig, just because these locks that I got, the mortise is smaller. So anyhow, this thing's actually working pretty well. If I turn the El Kio here, pop. So I think we're going to be good. We'll get that door on. But another thing I wanted to show y'all, you know, I've got 4 baggage bays and they're all completely full of stuff. I've got the sink parts in here. There's the bathroom sink. I don't even know what's on the other side. I think the water tanks. I've got my mini splits here. I gotta take an inventory. There's just parts everywhere. That's the shower pan right there with the couch behind it. Some more peel and stick wall tiles for the backsplash of the kitchen. Flooring. More shower tiles. But that's just the beginning. It gets much worse. This poor garage, I had it completely empty. But now we've got all the cabinets. I don't even know what this thing is. Got the refrigerator right there. Washer and dryer there. Dishwasher. So anyhow, whole bunch of stuff. Not a lot of place to put it. So yeah, that's I guess if I was, I don't want to say better at staging, because the reason I'm ordering all this stuff is because of the supply chain issues. I want to have it when I'm ready to start the project, just like this flooring. So if you're going to do that, you better have a place to put it all. Well, I'll tell you, one thing I'm learning, one thing I'm not learning is patience, I should say. I took this door off with a 1/2-inch socket. Couldn't get it back on with a 1/2-inch socket, had to step up to a 13. I don't know how that works, but it sure is frustrating.
So I tell you, one thing I am learning is to be easy with fiberglass. That's why I'm working this impact gun just very slowly, because a couple times I've ramped it up and just blasted out the fiberglass. So slow and steady.
Alright, let's see what that do. It rubs just a scotch on the bottom. Alright, it's missing there. Oh, shut the front door. Oh yeah. That's money. Door's a little crooked. Guess we better fix that.
And this is one of those moments where I probably should have just left well enough alone, because I ended up having to take this door off 3 more times just to get everything to line up.
that. In other news, we got the top wipers working. That was kind of a nice, I don't want to say simple fix, because we had to get into this rat's nest. But it turns out it was just the switch was unplugged. That's the plug for it, I believe. So we just ordered another switch, which trying to find these kind of switches. They actually are a Massey Ferguson New Holland type tractor switch. So we got one of those coming, but you know, 50 bucks for a switch. That kind of hurt. Well, I'm changing things up a little bit. I do want to get this floor going, but it's already hot and stuffy in here, so I think I'm going to try and stuff this ventilation fan in. We worked so hard to seal this hole up, and now we're going to put another big old hole in it. Well, let's see if we get what we pay for. I found this fan pretty cheap. It was like 50 bucks off its regular price, which can be scary. So we shall see. Why would they take it? Couldn't even tell you who makes it. Looks like Zol 2. Couldn't tell you. So I dug up the ad, and this is definitely not an Air Max. It's definitely not voice controlled. However, I'm very happy with it, to be honest. But this is the ad for it on Amazon. Going into it, I knew this was Chinesium, not a name brand like Air Max. And the only way this thing would be voice activated is for you to yell to somebody to turn it on or turn it off. All right. Get the box out the way. So this is supposed to be one of those super whammy fans that can detect rain and automatically close, and vent in or vent out. It looks good. I like it. Still can't understand the name brand. It really looks like ZOL2, but huh. Yeah. Let's go see how our framing is gonna work out. Did we get it or did we not? Oh yeah, we got it. We did get it. something like. Well, guys, I left you out. I put all the tech screws in the top, but I'm not real pleased with how well it's sucking the base down. I put some die-cord, not the die-cord, but the butyl tape all the way around, but it's lifting in between the screws. So we're just going to throw some lap sealant on it.
So one nuance that is untested, at least by me, in this ventilation fan install is the bus roof is contoured. It's got a curve to it. These fans are flat. They're not made to mount on a curved surface. So I had to fabricate some cross beams that were flat on the top and curved on the bottom because I can't put the ceiling in. It has to stay curved. There's just no way around it. Going to be some standing water on the roof with these flat fans. Not a lot, but there is a flat spot where these fans are located. So you can see I kind of went a little overboard with the goop, as I'll call it.
Oh, it's working. I wonder how you do the speeds. Oh, there you go. Oh yeah,
Wow.
I can feel that.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh yeah, that moves all kinds of air. Is that the highest one? Oh no. Yeah, that's moving plenty of air.